Well, let's get you some more on Intel's future now. From the company itself, joining me in the studio is Christian Morales. He heads up Intel's operations in Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. Christian, very good to have you with us. A very strong quarter indeed. Let's just talk about what drove growth during that quarter. Demand from customers who are updating their PC fleets and also their servers.
Yes, we have an exceptional growth. Q1 on Q1, we grew 25%. It was due to a lot of build-up in servers. Servers grew 32% worldwide. The infrastructure that supports the growth of the internet economy was very strong. The PC client group grew 17%, so the demand for new generation PCs was also very strong. And new businesses, embedded applications also grew over 30%. So overall, we had a strong growth of all the different product lines. And we also grew in all the geographies worldwide on double digits, Q1 2010 to Q1 2011.
Now, I want to talk a little bit about your role, because I want to know how your role differs from that of other executives throughout Intel. You're pressing the flesh a lot. You're there speaking to clients about why they're making these upgrades, and it's mostly to do with cloud computing. Just tell us more about that.
Yes, so we are very customer focused. We make sure that the new technologies are well understood in the marketplace. We bring the best experiences to the users. I'm just out of a conference, the retail executive conference we had in Barcelona for Europe, Middle East and Africa. Last week we had a channel conference. We're going to have the board of advisors for the very large enterprise taking place next week here in London. We just had some meetings last night about investments we are going to be doing in this region. Some investments we just made in Egypt, for example, a company that works on LTE solutions for the access to the internet. That is very important, very critical. So those are the kind of things we are doing here in Europe, Middle East. So
the enterprise space is very strong, but the area that is your weakness is that you've failed really to parlay your dominance in the PC market into tablet computers and mobile phone devices. So what are you doing on that front? What are you pursuing to change that?
So what is interesting is that last year we were shipping 1 million PCs per day to the marketplace. This year we're going to be shipping 1.2 million. We're expecting to ship 2 million units by 2015. So this is still a segment that keeps on growing.
So PCs are still your strong suit.
Absolutely.
But what about tablets and mobiles?
Added to this, all the new companion devices like netbooks that we introduced 2 years ago, the tablets which keep on growing on the marketplace. And
but Apple and ARM are absolutely killing you guys in this space.
There are 35 designs coming up based on Intel architecture that will run best on Windows, will run best on Android, and will run best on MeeGo. So we think there is a lot of devices that are coming up that will be based on Intel.
So you're making designs specifically targeted at this market that we can expect to see.
Absolutely.
Now, some analysts have suggested that you should embrace ARM technology, for example. Is that something that you might consider? Is that something on the table?
We think Intel architecture is the best architecture in the marketplace. It is the best for the PCs. It is the best for the servers. It is great for most of the embedded design.
But it's not best for tablets, and we're talking about tablets and how you guys get in there.
We keep on innovating. We just announced a great architecture last week at the Beijing IDF in China, and we announced 2 generations of products for the tablets. So we think we're going to be bringing breakthrough experiences to the users also in the tablet space.
What about this backdoor way of getting involved in Apple's foundry? Is that something that you guys are doing? We've had reports about that.
Well, I don't think there is no announcement, nothing to be said at this time. We are upgrading our technologies in our factories as we speak. This year we're going to be increasing our investments in CapEx so that we can announce 22 nanometer technologies earlier than planned. Hopefully it's going to be this year and not next year that we announce it. So we are just increasing those ones, and we are also investing now in the 14 nanometer technology, which is the next generation one that will come up in 18 months or so.
Christian, very quickly, the impact of Japan, and also are you concerned that this isn't sustainable, the kind of quarters you're going to have, probably first quarter, second quarter, in the second half of the year?
Well, for the outlook we're giving for the second quarter is a strong outlook. We are talking about $12.9 billion plus or minus 500 million, which is better than we will have done historically from a sequential standpoint. So we are positive about the outlook, about the future, and also about the acceptance of the architectures in this marketplace.
Christian Morales, Chief of Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. Thanks very much for coming into the studio.
My pleasure.